What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Fantasy Fellow Show. My name's Kyle. Tonight, it is March 6th, a Monday night here. We're going to get you guys ready for me, it's the first week of the fantasy playoffs. And again, as I record this, it's Monday night. So basically, we're going to be looking at guys from Tuesday to Sunday for the rest of the week. Let me pull up a chart here or a website, hashtag basketball. I just want to see who's playing the most games this week. There's a handful of teams with 4 games. And it looks like a lot of these guys are playing tonight. So teams with 4 games remaining Tuesday through Sunday, you're going to have the Brooklyn Nets, the Charlotte Hornets, the Knicks, the Thunder, and it looks like the Wizards. So if you're looking for guys from those teams, I think that would be very wise. And then teams with only 2 games this week, unfortunate, but the Bulls, the Clippers, the T-Wolves, the Suns, and the Spurs. So unfortunately, these guys aren't going to be helping us as much this week, especially the Spurs. Like they're off for 1, 2, 3, 4 nights in a row here. So do what you got to do. But again, hashtag basketball. You just click on the week that you're in, and you can see the whole schedule grid there. But anyways, let's hop right into it. I have the ESPN stuff pulled up here. What we're going to do is I filter by everybody, and then I'm going to hit plus minus, and then let's hit the last 7 days to see the averages here. So the number 1 player added over the last 7 days has been Marvin Bagley III, averaging almost 36 fantasy points per game over the last 7 days and about 21% rostered. So in 10 and 12-man leagues, he might be available. He's actually playing right now, but his minutes have been really healthy here. He's had some really nice double-doubles, 20-point games here, and double-digit rebounds. So fantastic output here. This looks like a guy that can definitely help us. And again, the Pistons, our team, they play 4 games this week, one of them on Monday night. So you still have 3 more nights here for a guy like Marvin Bagley. You have DeLon Wright here, who I did mention. The Wizards are one of those teams that have 4 games from Tuesday through Sunday. So this one might be an interesting one here. DeLon Wright averaging 35 points per game over the last 7 days, about 19% rostered. He put up a huge 53-point game. He had 6 steals the other night, but essentially a 4-category player. He's going to be getting, points, rebounds, assists, and steals. So very healthy numbers here. At a 40-point game as well. So his minutes are playing or are trending in the right direction. So DeLon Wright looks like a really good add. Jalen Williams here. It looks like he's got just one. He's got a couple big games here. 4 big games in a row. And his minutes are peaking that right now. His points are way up right now. Rebounds, assists, steals, and the occasional blocker. So dude's 49% rostered, but he's averaging 49 points per game over the last 7 days. Kelly Oubre, he's 75% rostered, so probably not available. Cameron Johnson is one of those fantastic players from the trade deadline that benefited huge because over his last 7 days, the dude's been scoring, big rebound, assists, steals, blocks, everything good here. You can see 27, 28, 37, 35, 41-point game. So Cameron Johnson finding his best self here in Brooklyn. Again, he's 36% rostered, so maybe in 10-team leagues he's out there, 31.8 points per game. Matisse Thybulle, the defensive specialist here, you want him for steals and blocks. Essentially, he's going to get a lot of minutes. You can see 32, 32, 38. The scoring is going to be inconsistent, but we know his rebounding, assists, steals, and blocks are going to be up there. And you can see he's been on a really good trend the last 5 games here, 22, 28, 44, 31, and 21. So Thybulle, a pretty good pickup from the Trailblazers. Of course, Dennis Smith Jr., he should be picked up. He's only 20% rostered, but ever since the injury to LaMelo, you've seen some really good numbers from this guy here. 27 minutes, 21, 26, 32. The scoring is going to be inconsistent, but he gets assists, he gets rebounds, he gets steals, and he gets blocks, which is pretty rare for a point guard. So I love Dennis Smith Jr. Again, 20% rostered, but he's averaging 30 points per game. Tari Eason, 11% rostered. So this is a guy that's widely available in a lot of leagues. 11% rostered, and he's playing his best ball. His last 5 games. Minutes are through the roof here, almost 30 minutes per game. Kind of can hit double-doubles for the most part here, but assists, steals come in there, blocks as well. Tari Eason, man, 11% roster, and he's averaging, almost 35 points per game. With the Ja Morant stuff happening, Tyus Jones took advantage last night. 36 minutes, 25 points, 3 rebounds, 12 assists, and 5 steals, 61 fantasy points. Tyus Jones, definitely going to be one of those guys that help us get to the fantasy championship. So add him for sure. I'm just going to shout out some names here. Chris Dunn, Mark Williams, Xavier Tillman, Jeremy Sohan, Cam Reddish, Dante DiVincenzo, and we'll call it Hamadou Diallo. So those are just some of the top added guys that I want to look here. Now I'm going to do a different filter here. Let's go ahead and hit the average button. I just want to see who's averaging the most points per game over the last 7 days. And then I'm going to look at this percent rostered tab, and we'll kind of just go down the list here. There's Jalen Williams. He's playing fantastic right now. Let's see here if I can find anybody else that's low rostered. There's Emmanuel Quickly. He is definitely a guy that you want to be wary of. He put up 75 fantasy points last night in that double overtime game, 38 points, 8 rebounds, 7 steals, or 7 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. Easily the best game of his career. Don't think we're going to expect that long term, but again, at 20% rostered, you're getting a guy that's been a pretty good fantasy player over the last month. Even if you remove this massive 55-minute game against Boston, dude's been playing really well. So go add Emmanuel Quickly if you can. Walker Kessler needs to be added. He's only 50% rostered. Don't know why he's so low. Let's see who else. There's Marvin Bagley. There's DeLon Wright. We covered both those guys already. Jeremy Sohan and Zach Collins. Both these guys are day-to-day. I know they missed the other day, but they have been averaging 35 points per game over their last 7. There's Tari Eason, Kyle Anderson. Let's see if we can find any other gems here for you guys. There's Cam Johnson, Matisse Thybulle, Killian Hayes. I'm not sure why he's out. There's Dennis Smith Jr. and Xavier Tillman. So it looks like we've covered a lot of these guys already. And then just for some transparency, I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to filter by available, and I played a pretty competitive 12-man league. I did get the #1 seed, so I'm on chill this week. But I just want to show you guys in those deeper leagues who's the best available here. You got Austin Reeves averaging 25 points per game here. Let me actually hit average here. So Charles Bassey, Spurs center. They only have 2 games this week, so he's not going to be very helpful, but he has been trending in the right direction. So keep an eye on him. Again, I mentioned Austin Reeves, 25 points per game. Grayson Allen, 24 points per game. Pat Bev, Trey Lyles, Aaron Wiggins. It's an ugly waiver wire here. I did want to say I had a friend pick up a player here that I thought was pretty good. That's going to be Troy Brown Jr. Now, he's not even 1% rostered, but his last 3 games, 34 minutes, 25 minutes, and 41. Points are 14, 8, and 19. Rebounds are there. Assists are there. Steals and blocks are there. So he's kind of filling in for LeBron James in a little bit there. So Troy Brown Jr., an interesting ad as well. So that's it. That's going to do it. Hopefully you guys find some of these players that we mentioned on your waiver wire. If not, leave me a comment. Let me know if I missed anybody. If you guys want to add anybody to the list, I'm always down to talk shop. So thank you so much for your time. Good luck in the fantasy playoffs, and we'll see you in a future video. Peace.